let's talk about something we've all experienced, a company messing up. But what if I told you that moment of failure, that crisis, is actually an opportunity? Today, we're diving into the art of customer recovery and how to turn a big problem into an even bigger connection. Seriously, think about it. You've been there, right? A package shows up late, a product is broken, a service just doesn't deliver. It's so frustrating. It feels like they broke a promise they made to you. But what happens next? In that moment right after the failure, that's what really shows you who a company is. Because, it's not just about a transaction gone wrong. At its core, a service failure is really about a relationship breaking down. It's a crack in the trust you put in a brand. Yeah, a service failure is so much more than just some logistical hiccup. It feels personal, doesn't it? It's like a violation of the trust you decided to give that company. And that feeling, that sense of being let down, that's the real problem that needs fixing. So if the real problem is a broken relationship, then the solution can't just be a refund or a quick replacement. The ultimate goal here is to repair that connection. It's about achieving a true meeting of the minds, where both you and the company feel heard, understood, and respected. And that brings us to this really key idea in business called relationship marketing. This isn't about just making a quick sale and moving on. Not at all. The whole focus is on building something for the long haul, a real partnership that benefits everybody involved. It's a connection that's truly built to last. This quote just nails it. It's about a huge shift in thinking. We're moving away from that old school tell and sell model. A relationship-first approach is all about real, genuine engagement and sharing knowledge. It's about turning a company's monologue into a real conversation. And look, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. It's a seriously smart business strategy. Because when you build these strong relationships, you create more value for everyone. The customer feels respected and gets what they need, and the business gets a loyal fan for life. It's a total win-win. But here's the thing. These kinds of strong relationships don't just magically appear. Nope, they are built, piece by piece, day in and day out, on a really solid foundation. So let's take a look at what that foundation is made of. If you look at something like the customer relationship management cycle, you can see this is a journey, not a destination. It's always moving. You build the relationship, you work to understand your customers, you customize your approach. It's a constant, proactive effort, not just a one-time fix when something goes wrong. And that whole effort really stands on 4 key pillars. First up, the customer experience. You've got to have a good product and solid service. That's the price of entry. Second is conversation. You have to actually talk with your customers, not just broadcast at them. Third, content. Give them something valuable, something useful beyond just the thing they bought. And finally, collaboration. You have to work with your customers, making them feel like partners in what you're building. Okay, so you've built this awesome foundation. But what happens when, even with all your hard work, a crack appears? When a service failure happens, you need a game plan. You need a recovery plan. Think of it as your toolkit for getting back to that meeting of the minds. The whole point of customer recovery is simple, but man, is it powerful. It's not just about damage control or getting someone to stop being angry. It's about taking all that negative energy and completely flipping it, transforming it into positive loyalty. It's about turning your biggest critic into your biggest fan. So how do you actually do it? Well, here's a fantastic framework called the MAMA approach. The first M is for make time to listen. And I mean really listen. Don't interrupt, don't plan your rebuttal, just hear them out. The first A is for analyze and empathize. This is where you try to truly understand why they're upset. Put yourself in their shoes. The second M is for apologize and act. A real, sincere apology is huge, but it's totally empty without action to back it up. And finally, the last A is for monitor and follow up. You gotta circle back, make sure the problem is truly solved and that you've successfully restored that connection. Now, when we talk about that act step, you've really got 2 ways to go. There's the macro reaction, that generic automated email. It's efficient, sure, but it feels pretty cold. Then there's the micro response, a direct, personal reply to that specific person. It shows you're treating them like a human being, not just a ticket number. And that's almost always the way to go if you want to rebuild trust. And this all leads to a really powerful shift in how we think about things. Because if you handle these failures the right way, they stop being a problem, and they start becoming an asset. The old way of thinking looks at a complaint as just a cost, something you need to shut down as fast and as cheap as you can. But the new view, it sees a complaint as a gift. It's basically free consulting from a customer who cares enough to tell you what's broken.
It's an incredible opportunity to fix something, restore trust, and learn how to get better.
So what is it that customers are really looking for when they complain? Well, it all boils down to one thing: justice. They want fairness. First, a fair outcome, like a refund or a working product. Second, a fair process, meaning it shouldn't be a nightmare to get help. And third, a fair interaction. They want to be treated with basic human respect and empathy. If you can deliver on those three things, you are well on your way. And this is the most important thing to remember. It only takes just one single complaint, if it's handled with real empathy and effective action, can turn an absolutely furious customer into one of your most passionate supporters. That one moment can create a lifetime of loyalty. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. In your own company, or even just in your own life, how do you view complaints? Are you treating them like a problem you need to bury? Or are you starting to see them for what they really are? Could it be that your biggest complaint is actually your greatest opportunity in disguise?